Hello, you're welcome. This is Kwararafa Television, and you're onto the program Democracy Desk. It is a program where we invite guests to give us their opinions and views about politics and development in Taraba State and outside Taraba State. Today on the program, we have the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, but that's still the weaker faction, like you all know, and he's not a person than Alhaji Ibrahim Abbas Saleh. You're welcome to the studio of Kwararafa Television and on the program Democracy Desk.
Thank you. Good morning, Taraba, and good morning, Nigeria.
Well, we begin the conversation. We're looking at the continuous voter registration of INEC. It's going to end tomorrow for Nigerians that are yet to do so, or that are yet to register, encouraged to do so before the day lapse tomorrow. That you still have time for today and tomorrow. And back to the issue, the conversation. This is, you all know, road to 2027. And since we have the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, there are issues here and there that are still begging to be answered by Nigerians, mostly Tarabans who are watching us at this hour. Now, going back to history, the People's Democratic Party was actually established in 1998, looking at the work of the G18 as well as the G34. Let's set the map. And the People's Democratic Party, well, actually stood their ground by producing 3 presidents of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, talking about President Olusegun Obasanjo, followed by President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua of great memory, and President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Well, they've been ruling from 1999 to 2015. And in 2015, there's been a strong opposition in the country, where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually said it is his turn to rule the country. But that you all know the Emi Lokan tag. Sir, this is a background. Now, coming back to Taraba State, we have an established election where Abubakar Bawa was actually the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, where Obida Bitrus was the vice chairman. But there was a shift. There was a shift to the APC, a shift in the APC that actually witnessed saw Abubakar Bawa as the chairman of the All Progressive Congress, as well as Obida Bitrus back in December 2nd, 2025, was ratified and endorsed to be the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Taraba State. Boom, the wicked faction actually came in. Sir, let's pick it from here. What can you say? Tell us the story.
Good morning, Nigerians. As I once said, I was here some days back. Yeah. I tell you, the issue of faction is a gone issue now, because, as I said earlier, the Supreme Court has given its verdict that Abdurrahman Mohammed and Samuel Anyanwu are the legally backed leaders of People's Democratic Party in Nigeria. Notwithstanding the agitation by Turaki and his co-travelers. The issue...
Okay, they are travelers.
They are travelers. They are travelers. So the issue is, as I continue to say, every reasonable Nigerian know that PDP is a creation of law. And since PDP is a creation of law, of course, if there is disagreement, the only place to go is to go to the court. It is the Turaki-led group that went to the court. The Federal Court of Appeal. They could not get what they want. They went to Federal Court of Appeal. They could not get it. They went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has given its final verdict. But they are still going up and down.
Now, looking at it, that is why we still have the 2 factions. I don't know if you really understand the Turaki-led faction, and as well as the wicked-led faction also.
No, what I'm saying, it was a faction when there were cases in the court. But we have reached the final court, which is the final bus stop. And The Supreme Court has made a judgment.
Which is to recognize the National Working Committee.
The National Working Committee led by Abdurrahman Mohammed. What is it again? As I said, now...
But was the judgment really explicit? Very clear to the people?
It was.
Because looking at the caliber of Turaki and now with a son in Nigeria, they should know.
Of course.
But he knows the implication.
Of course, Turaki is a son. But let me give you just a background.
Okay.
After the Supreme Court judgment, before the Supreme Court judgment, the Turaki-led group have Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi and Governor Makinde of Oyo being with them. But immediately after the Supreme Court judgment, these two governors left, and I could remember Bala Mohammed said, Sukam Allah ya isa. Though, yet, an kada su amma ba su tafi har ƙasa ba. And the following 2 days, he announced leaving the group. Because I cannot say he announced leaving the party. He announced leaving the group. Because it is now a group. You cannot call them a party.
But they see themselves as party.
That was his self-interest. Because there's only one PDP, recognized by law. It was because of the judgment of the Supreme Court that now INEC has recognized Abdurrahman and Samuel Onyawu as the substantive leaders of PDP. I said it again and again that in the last primary election conducted in Nigeria, in a bid to the 2027 election, PDP, the INEC has identified 22 political parties in Nigeria with all their schedules of primaries. And there is only one PDP in the 22 list. And the schedule of the primaries is the one given by the Abdurrahman-led National Working Committee. And INEC monitored, observed all our primary elections, beginning with the House of Reps, the Senate, the State Assembly primaries, the governorship primaries, and we finalized with the adoption of our presidential candidates. All these were duly attended by INEC. Then, what else are you saying?
Okay, now let's look at the case of Taraba State, because election was actually conducted by the People's Democratic Party, ratified by the National Working Committee, where they have structures in all local government area and wards of Taraba State. Yes. Do you have that structure?
We have all the structures in the 168 wards of Taraba and in the 16 local government area of Taraba State. All these, the wards and the local government ESCO, during the various congresses, INEC certified everything. And we now have, if you like, you can apply for a certified true copy of our leaders in the 168 wards, and in the 16 LGS, you can apply for a certified true copy from INEC. You'll get it. And in the state, we have a full state working committee and the state executive committee in functioning well. That is it. That is to tell you, PDP is on ground in Taraba. The genuine PDP.
Yes. Well, talking about genuine People's Democratic Party in Taraba State, the two sides, that is the Wike faction, and as well,
I told you, it is no longer a faction. The Wike,
two of you are holding, making hold of the People's Democratic Party. Both of you sold forms. Politicians bought forms.
Okay, when they sold the forms and conducted, the kangaroo primaries, INEC has given my PDP their court to upload our candidates. And as I said earlier, it is because of the INEC recognition that allow us to upload a list of our various candidates from state to the presidential aspirant, candidates. That was why now the Traki group went to court challenging INEC now. That's what I told you earlier. Now the Traki group is challenging INEC for giving us their court to upload our candidates list. But they have their list, but they could not upload anything. Because the time for uploading of the National Assembly and the presidential candidate has elapsed. And we are now uploading our State Assembly and governorship candidates list. But they are not doing any. They are not doing either. Then how do you continue to call them party?
Okay, talking about upload, there are some politicians that is from the Turaki-led faction are saying that there is power play because initially INEC did recognize your own sides, which is not really playing well because they envisage that Nigeria is drifting to one-party system. How true is that?
That is not true. It is just trying to give a dog a bad name in order to hang it. But I am assuring you that all the positions, not only in Taraba 24 state assembly were fielded candidates. 6 state assembly reps were fielded our candidate. 3 senatorial districts we fielded candidate. We fielded governor and the deputy. And we have ratified in one of our congress or convention here in state, our presidential aspirant, Professor Senator Sami Ojang Ono. So all the tiers of election, we have candidates. But as I said, it is only trying to give us a bad name before the Nigerians. But Nigerians eyes are open. They know what is happening.
But it's not yet Uhuru because the case is still in the court because PDP did appeal last week and probably are still waiting for another judgment.
Which court again? If you are talking of the legality of a political party, the PDP, the legality of PDP in question, the Supreme Court has already given judgment. And the Supreme Court had, look, as I told you earlier on, after the Supreme Court judgment, they initiated another case at the Federal Court of Appeal. When they come to the Court of Appeal, the judges there, the judges told them, you are only doing academic exercise. As I told you, it is from there. They could not reach Supreme Court again. They can't go to Supreme Court again. As I told you, when the Court of Appeal gave judgment there, they could not go to Supreme Court and they now shifted gear. They are now engaging INEC, not the PDP, not the real PDP. And don't forget, last Friday, not that of yesterday, but the previous Friday, when the Federal High Court makes a judgment, the 7 people who sue the plaintiffs, 7 of them, they call them members of the Board of Trustees. 7 of them, the court charged each of them 10 million. They have to pay 10 million each. That is 17 million. That was the judgment because they have wasted court time. And that is how they will continue to mislead people and tell lies. Tell lies.
Do you think the federal government is supporting any side, Turaki-led or Wike? But remember, Wike is with the presidency.
Which federal government? In the 3 tiers of government, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. The judiciary is independent. And that is why everybody go to the court to get justice.
Do you have confidence on the judiciary?
Of course, why not?
Okay, is it because it's favoring you?
Not that.
Yeah.
Not that. But as a human being, don't forget, I told you, we have never taken the Turaki side to court. In the 708 cases we had with them at the various courts, in the 708 case we had them, our section led by Wike, as I told you earlier, Wike is our national leader. He is our national leader. But we have the working committee is being led by Abdurrahman and Samuel Anyao. In the 708 cases, all the cases were taken to court by the Turaki people, by the Turaki group. All the cases.
Okay, now.
Yes.
Comrade Obida Bitrus from the Wike-led faction.
No, from the Turaki.
Sorry, from the Turaki faction.
Yes.
Happens to be your brother.
Yes.
Is there any way? Are you creating any room for reconciliation to ensure that the People's Democratic Party is one in Taraba State?
Yes, we are all product of PDP, and we are hoping one day we will come to romance.
I'm talking about now, to wrestle power from the All Progressive Congress as we have the road to 2027.
We will do our best, and we are talking. We are talking. The doors are not closed. The doors are open. We are engaging one by one. We are engaging one by one. And we hope at the end of the day, there is light. God's will.
Then who will be the chairman? Should that holy union be there?
No, which chairman are you taking again?
Well, you're on to Democracy Desk on Kwararafa Television. We've been discussing with the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, better still, the Wike faction, Alhaji Ibrahim Abbas Saleh. Well, we'll take a break and be back in no distant time. Stay with us.
This is Kwararafa Television.
You're welcome back, Democracy Desk on Kwararafa Television, and we've been having a wonderful conversation with the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Alhaji Ibrahim Abbas Saleh. Well, still factional because we still have some cases in the court. We cannot say it is clear at the moment. Now we zoom to Taraba State. The People's Democratic Party and APC. We're looking at the People's Democratic Party, some persons that shifted or moved to the All Progressive Congress. At times, you will just agree with me that they're the same people, and that is what some people liken to an old wine being poured inside a new bottle, because we still have the same people, the same product. Now, the PDP in Taraba State, do you think you have that strength to wrestle power from the APC, looking at the grassroots structure?
Well, thank you. This is a simple thing. Since 1999, PDP has been winning governorship election and most of the Senate, Reps, and State Assembly election. PDP has been in the majority. And as I said, sometimes people elected the governor and others. They left the party for just no reason, because they only want to join the federal, because the governor said he wants to enjoy the federal might, the privileges that will come from the federal might. But that notwithstanding, we saw state governments where they are completely different from the federal, and they have excellently performed. So in essence, what am I saying? I'm saying the governor was only left because he did not work, so he want to get, or he want to seek for federal assistance during the election, which cannot be possible. Since 2015, during 2015 election, when APC got the national government.
Okay, you said he did not work, looking at security now, based on his push. Based on his push, we now have a division in Taraba State of the Nigeria Army, which is a plus to the state. You look at education, you look at infrastructure
some of these
development.
are national issues that should be addressed. It is not the effort of the governor that brought the division here in Jalingo. It is not the effort of the governor. It is the creation of the national government.
Taraba State is the most peaceful in the northeast. That I think we have to appreciate.
I think that is what you are saying.
No, there are facts.
Where are the facts? Where are the facts? You are from Columbia local government. I am from Columbia local government. Yeah. What is happening in Karim? Karim has been a theater of war.
Before now. And the peace process.
What do you say before now? Since the coming of this governor, There has never been 6 months without crisis in Kwararafa local government. And the governor has never stepped his leg there. What are you saying? Many were killed, houses burnt, property thieves looted. Why are you talking of peace?
Now, a separate committee was actually established, and they've been working all this while. The Bureau for Peace, they've gone to there to establish peace. And you know, your brother is serving as the chairman of the peace committee.
Which peace committee? That peace committee is an initiation of individuals. You knew, I knew. It is an initiation of individuals. The peace committee was an initiation of individuals.
By government?
Not government, by individuals. Patriotic Kwararafa indigenous. They called for truce at one of the meetings in one of the towns in Kwararafa local government.
Yes, I am aware of that, but this is a collective effort because, you know,
of the community. Because
yes,
the government
because
fell.
they also have
No,
a
because
part
the
to play.
government fell. Because the government fell. Because the government fell.
We have a lot of security personnel today that are in Karim Lamido and Law Axis who are trying to
Doing
maintain
what?
peace.
Doing what? Doing what? Is there peace in Karim?
People are now going back to their farms.
Is there peace in Karim?
Don't we need to appreciate government?
We appreciate government where the government did okay.
Should
We
the APC gubernatorial candidate clinch the #1 seat position? What do you think is going to make difference?
He will make difference. He will ensure that all the warring communities are positively engaged and look at what are the root causes of this thing, and the government will address it. But remember, there was a judicial commission of inquiry led by one high court judge, and a lot of prominent people were made there. After 2 years now, no report. What is it? After 2 years now, no report. What does that mean? Is that what you say the government is working? No, the government is not working.
Well, as a critical stakeholder in the state and as well as Karim Lamido local government area, should you sue for peace? What do you think is the best approach to be adopted?
The best approach to be adopted is the governor should be visibly present in those areas, engage the community. Because you cannot be sending a message to a warring place, but the war continues, and you could not avail yourself there. Because if you avail yourself there, sound warnings, engage, you know what are the issues, address the issues. But that is not done. I'm referring you to one of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry. Is there any report? You are a journalist. Is there any report to that? Is there any government white paper to that?
They've submitted their report to
They submitted the report over a year now. But up to now, government did not say anything.
But that is why we have other committees on peace. And remember again, like I said, the recent effort,
There was no statement by government on that report. There was no statement by government on that report up to now. Me and you were in Taraba. Government did not say anything on that report. And what we expected is to get a white paper report indicating this as a lot of this. This is what the government has taken the recommendation 1, 2, 3, or has rejected recommendation 1, 2, 3, and that is why government is now appointing another committee to go and do this and do that. But there's something like that.
Okay, now let's talk about your gubernatorial candidate.
Okay.
Do you think he has that credentials?
He has the credentials.
With the gubernatorial candidate.
My
of
gubernatorial
APC,
candidate
the present
is-
governor of
is-
Taraba State, Dr. Agbo Kefas.
My gubernatorial candidate in person of Senator Barrister Emmanuel Bacha has all the credentials to govern this state. He is the most qualified person because he is well grounded in the rudiments of politics. He started as a member of State Assembly in 1999. 1999, in the inception of this democracy, he started as a member of State Assembly. And the then governor, Reverend Jolie Nyame, appointed him as a commissioner for agri. So you know what agri means. And there was a transformation of agriculture during that period. Then came 2003, he went to the House of Representatives. He had that rudiment of legislative experience. From there, he went to the Senate. He has the rudiment at the highest point of legislative exercise. That is a senator, 2 times senator, 2 times House of Rep, 1 time State Assembly. He was a commissioner. Then he's grounded. He's well grounded and he has the experience. So I'm telling you, he is a politician to the core. Let me tell you, if it were Emmanuel Bacha that was a governor over this crisis area, he would be there himself to sound warning to the old warring faction and ask question, what is the problem?
And do you think he will be prudent?
You'll be prudent.
He recently went to EFCC for what?
For what?
I'm asking you.
No, it's for malice from the state government on an issue that was since 2019 on the constituency issue. Where is the case now? I don't want to open up this. I don't want to open it up.
You have the fact that it's from the government of the day?
Yes. The government of the day was very instrumental. And they misled the EFCC because they want to tarnish his image. But alas.
Remember, the EFCC are professionals, so they are only doing their job.
That is why the case has now gone to air. The case has not fizzled out. Do you hear anything about it again? Because it was an issue settled already, but they turned to make it another issue. Why there is no issue? So why is it now? It has fizzled out.
Okay, now let's
because
begin.
of the fear
let's begin
of
to
the
coast
person
home.
of Emmanuel Bacha.
Let's begin to coast home this program. And you all know the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, all this while have been conducting registration, which will lapse tomorrow,
yes.
Because your permanent voters card, or rather the permanent voters card, it is a voice and a power of the citizens. Can you advise the people to use the window period of today and tomorrow?
I think my party, and all my candidates across the state, the 24 state assemblymen, since for the past 3 weeks, they have been working in their communities, encouraging people to come out. In fact, let me tell you, they are even giving allowance to various communities. They have selected some people giving allowance to continue mobilizing people 24 hours to come out, and those that did not register. And we have found out that many of the communities could not register, and they were doing the work. And they are facilitating with this, what do you call this, power bank to the INEC staff to work, so that they can work beyond the limits of what their machine can do. They just take power bank, connect, continue to register people. These are things that the government is supposed to do. But my party is doing that.
It is the duty of the Independent National Electoral Commission, because there is a budget.
And the Taraba state government
can only complement.
Okay.
Yeah.
The government should have complemented this. But the government not doing anything.
Well, that's what you said. Now your last line on the program, Democracy Desk, Road to 2027.
Yeah.
Your last line.
I want to call on Tarabans to shine their eyes and see what happens and see what comes to the state from 2023 to date with the removal of fuel subsidy in Nigeria. It is common knowledge that the monthly subvention has tripled. And was there anything translated on ground to the Tarabans? Coupled with the huge loans, domestic loans collected by this government. Is it translated?
Do you know the domestic loan?
Well, not quite, but some people are saying it's getting to 1 trillion naira.
It's not true.
I said getting to 1 trillion naira.
Yeah.
I did not say 1 trillion, but I said getting to 1 trillion. So anything beyond 500 billion is getting to trillion.
We'll keep it at this, because based on fast check, it is not up to that amount. That statistics is wrong. We can do.
Do you have the statistic? Can you volunteer the statistic?
I don't want to say that. I don't want to release it, because the APC leadership will also be coming to this program for us to have a balancing. And remember again, the next will be the
instead of that,
the Turaki-led faction of the PDP will also be on this program to clear some of what you've actually said. That is the essence of this program. And remember, we have a debate where all gubernatorial candidates will be reading their manifesto to Tarabans. Kwararafa Television is going to anchor that.
That will be wonderful. That will be wonderful. And if it will be possible, bring the leadership of the Truckee travelers and let's meet here and discuss.
But thank you. It has been a wonderful time, wonderful conversation with the chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Wike faction, and
you are still taking of this faction.
Alhaji Ibrahim Abbasali.
Mr. Uncle, you are still taking of faction.
It has been very, very wonderful, and I hope when we call on you, you'll be on.
There's only one PDP in Nigeria.
You'll be in the studio
one PDP
to give us your views about proceedings politically and otherwise.
Thank you.
Democracy Desk. Can you say hi to the viewer?
Hi, viewers.
It's been a great time. Democracy Desk will be coming your way some other time. Joachim Dengana Peters is my name. Have a nice weekend.